Hi, everyone. Mike White here. Welcome to this week's vlog post. I'm excited this week to share with you a new program that I've put out there. I call it the branch coaching opportunity. And it comes about simply because of supply and demand and requests I've received from people that I know in the industry to put together a program that worked either at the individual branch or at the corporate level to help the management team, to help the team of loan officers, the branch coordinate their efforts to be working, similarly around a process, because we all know it's easier to find one set of rules and one set of mechanics to take something from the beginning to the end than it is to have different systems and different ways of doing things for each individual. And so, after going through the process with some of my existing managers and teams, and talking about what they liked, what they felt useful, talking to people about budgets and timeframes, I've been able to put together something I think will be very effective and something that I'm really going to enjoy doing, and I think will be immensely valuable to those who participate. And so it's going to be, built around an ongoing philosophy of a fixed cost to the branch or the team level, where they can be part of the process in the program. They can allow everybody to partake in the information and some of the trainings and rotate in and out individuals into the weekly accountability sessions as they see fit, as people grow and move on, as they bring in new individuals to their team. It'll be flexible in that, not everybody needs the same amount of time or the same amount of help. Some people in 3 to 6 months can get up to speed and make the changes they need to do. Some people take a little bit longer than that. Managers and team leaders, et cetera, probably are going to be permanent members in there as they learn how to coach and train their team, following the system and adapting the system to their local markets and needs. So it would start out with an initial site visit by me coming to your location, and getting a feel for your organization and your local market and the challenges that we need to address. We'd schedule specific targeted follow-up sessions so that we can look at your processes, how things work, and the direction that the coaching itself will take, prioritizing the areas of attention that you feel are in most need. We will deal with up to 10 weekly follow-up planning sessions or coaching accountability sessions to put individuals like the manager or the team leader and individual loan officers or team members that get my direct attention on a regularly scheduled 30-minute session each week. We'll have up to 10 of those coaching sessions for each team, while we will allow all members of the team and all members of the branch, up to 10 additional individuals, to have access to the website and the monthly calls and all the other information that's going on. And clearly any unused sessions, going forward can be credited back down the road for when we have more people, more interest, or more need. There will be a monthly team webinar that we'll do, just like these weekly vlog posts or the monthly coaching call that I do for my clients. There'll be a monthly team webinar that I will do with all the members of the teams to discuss what's going on and how things are going. We'll also deal with an annual business planning event that I do every October. Your group will be scheduled in October to partake in the annual business planning event, which can be held either at your location or can be part of a webinar that you set up if you have more than one location or the locations are spread out. Again, these things will be very helpful to all members of the team, not only people who are here now, but also allow us or allow you the support that you may need to either identify referral partners, track information about potential recruit opportunities, existing relationships that you have to verify information using the tools that I have access to as far as looking up production numbers and abilities, as well as, again, being part of a process that helps that manager or that team leader take on the responsibility down the line of being the coach if they choose. Obviously, those people who wish to stay can stay as long as they like. But the part of this process that I also find helpful to the branch managers and some of the team leaders, which is something that a lot of my clients have been doing now, is inviting me to help screen potential new hires, interview them, give feedback about what I think about that individual and how they may fit the team, or whether they might be a good hire, or are there things that we could be doing with their business based upon that interview where we could see improvement, in their production. And every new originator that gets hired would benefit from being able to bring them in and putting them into the process once they're fully, to get them fully onboarded, acclimated to how the process is working, and help them establish their own business plan, their own schedules and activities. Local exclusivity, I think, is also a thing that has come up with some of my clients, and this will be a first come, first serve, situation. People who come into the program that I am already working with, that's who I'm working with in that market, and I'm not going to be working with anybody across the street or down the block, and probably not likely within hundreds of miles of that location. Clearly, if there are markets that a client is in that they feel is an area that they want exclusivity, we can certainly discuss those possibilities of what areas or markets they want to be able to keep me from helping or working with their competition. So I think that is really important. It's not a lot of layout in this here. It's a minimum of a 6-month commitment, which can roll over 6 months at a time. And again, fully understanding that our industry is facing challenging times, I can sit here and I can help put my expertise to work, because it would be working with a team. I wouldn't have a lot of duplication of effort, because I'd understand with 5 or 10 of your employees or more, the process is I wouldn't be learning new culture, new systems, new tools for each individual loan officer. And that's part of the hang up with doing individual loan officers who work for individual branches or individual markets or individual companies who do things their own way. It's a lot of time and effort and work on my part to learn how to do that when I'm working with a group of 5 or 10 or more people in one location or one area. It's easier for me to interpret what it is that they're trying to accomplish and work with one point person at this to help row the ship in the same direction. And so, as many of you know, if you've been to the website, individual weekly accountability sessions are $49.95 for a 6-month weekly period. And the access program, which is just being able to get a login to the website and to be able to access the information and to ask me questions via email, is $59.95 a month per individual. And I think that has been and will be an ongoing significant value. But what I'm doing now, again, given the times and given the circumstances, that all these services can be brought to you for $5,000 a month, which is a minor investment considering that it's being done at the branch level. You've got 10 people that you can put in there and another 10 that can benefit from the coaching sessions, or another 10 that can benefit from access to the website. This is a huge savings if you sit down and do the math for a small branch or a company or a large team, that's a savings of more than $20,000 over a 6-month period of time. Um, Again, it's almost 50% off of what you'd be paying retail on all of those different things put together, because the site visits themselves are $5,000, and that is, you're going to get two of those, one in the business planning and one of those when we do the initial assessment. Now, for those on a tighter budget or a smaller branch, we can eliminate the site visits and the number of people involved, and do those via Zoom call if necessary, and cut down the number of people from 10 to 5 individual weekly coaching sessions, and do 10 additional access users, and we can bring that price down to $3,500 a month for each month for the 6-month duration, and that's a savings of more than $10,000. So in a time where everybody is aware of budgetary restraints, everybody's aware of the challenges that can be out there, and they're looking for help and considering the pricing and considering what's available in the marketplace, this is really a unique value. And I have to stress the fact that I am a one-man situation. Space is extremely limited. Going through this process, this is the initial announcement of this, and I already have 2 branches that have enrolled in the program. So there's not a lot of additional space that I'm going to have to get people started. We probably have 3 or 4 more opportunities at the large branch level for this process to move forward. And anybody who's interested is going to have to be waitlisted until the opportunity becomes, the situation opens up where I have the time to take on more. So if you're interested in this, if this triggers something for you, if you're a loan officer and think your manager or your owner is this is something that they would benefit from, I suggest you just send me an email, mike@imtcoaching.com. We'll schedule a time to talk, and we'll see if we're a fit and if we can get you scheduled and started. Obviously, there's no time like the present to move this thing forward, because this is a very exciting time in the mortgage industry, but it's also a very perilous time in our industry. And the decisions we're going to make in the next 30, 60, 90 days are probably going to have significant ramifications for our company, our branch, and our business. Once again, it's mike@imtcoaching.com. It was great sharing this with you, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Take care.